now that I have found the strength to calm down a bit, I can now recap Disney's Investors Day. So we're going to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com. And whew, I am totally burned and exhausted from Disney's Investors Day that just went down just the other day. I'm telling you, I was like nervously shaking with excitement, and I finally had the strength to calm myself down so that we could talk about this, because I was so on edge and so amped and so hyped with all the news that dropped, all the new shows, all the new movies that Disney, Hulu, Fox, FX, everything that they were bringing. I was so overwhelmed. All the Star Wars stuff that we got, like, it was just insane. But what I want to do is I want to talk about the most talked about things that I think that people are looking forward to in 2021, including myself. And I would love to know what you all are excited and just can't wait to see, other than just the Marvel stuff, because yeah, we're heavy Marvel here, we're heavy DC Comics, we're heavy geekdom, fandom, we're heavy of that here, but we're also movie buffs here, movie lovers, and I want to talk about it all. Let's talk about the show itself. Overall, I honestly, up until now, I'm gonna say that the DC fandom was probably my favorite virtual con that had happened from home, that we got to enjoy from home, I should say. And I thought it went out without a hitch. Like, I thought it was very clean, very the graphics and the green screen effect that they had going on, the way that the panels came in, how nothing really overlaps, and everything was bam bam, right, one right after another. And even the content was heavy. Like, they came through with some really promising things. Like, we got to see the Batman and things like that. Other than that, all the other cons were kind of they lacked a lot of content. Let's start there. They lacked a lot of content. There were really no nothing breaking really. But if you think about it, the things that make those cons better came from these two powerhouses, either DC fandom or Marvel Studios and Disney. So we see who the real powerhouses are when it comes to those events. So let's talk about it. Disney's Investors Day. Did I enjoy this thing? Hell yes, I enjoyed this thing. I guess the show probably went on for like 5 hours. I streamed it live. I watched it. I watched every second of it. Even stuck around for the intermissions that they gave us. I think there was like 3 or 4 maybe break intermissions in between certain panels that they had. Disney brought it. And I mean, when I say they brought it, they brought it. Like, for 2020 being as down as it has been, with lacking of content and being able to go out and see things in theaters, and being stuck with just the catalog of things on streaming networks, which have worked out pretty fine. I mean, I've been pretty content and pretty busy binging and watching things that I would have never jumped out of the box to watch. But all those things that we were supposed to get, that we've been waiting for, oh my God, the announcements were insane. Let's talk about some of the stuff that stuck with me as I was watching this thing. There were a lot of things that I was excited about, but there were also a lot of things that I really could give two shits about, and I'm sure a lot of you felt the same way. Like, there were a lot of reboot, remake things coming into play as far as like television series. I think they're doing another Peter Pan series with Peter and Wendy. I think they're doing a Lion King prequel. And I know these are like very popular franchises, but at this point, like, that kind of stuff, a lot of people didn't favor the movie that they did, the live action version. So why would you do a live action prequel? And when you say prequel, who are we following? Are we gonna follow Mufasa now? I don't know. I'm not here for it. More power to them. They know what they're doing. They know their market better than I do. But for me, I'm not in for that. Especially like reboots and remakes. There was, though, one reboot, revival, remake that's coming back that I'm not gonna lie, I know it had a following, but I didn't know it was gonna hit like this. And what I'm talking about is the new Mighty Ducks. The new Mighty Ducks, Game Changers. The trailer dropped during this event. My company, We Are Critics, we put it out, and the response was ridiculous. Like, I know, like, my generation, maybe a little bit younger, we remember that. We were all about that. But this thing hit. I'm talking like brought tons of people together, all races, all age groups. So the legacy of the Mighty Ducks is proven to still be, wanted out there. And they brought back Emilio Estevez. He will be a part of it long time. And from what I see, I think it's going to be a series, I believe, on Disney Plus. So shout out to them for bringing that back, because that's actually a property that I know people love it, but I didn't think it was going to hit like it hit. And I'm excited to see that. I will be checking that out, because I was a longtime fan of that, the Mighty Ducks, when I was a little younger. So shout out to Disney for bringing that back. Another one that they brought back that I know a lot of people probably aren't that excited about, but I am excited about it because I love the franchise, was that Whoopi Goldberg will be coming back as Sister Mary Clarence in Sister Act 3, but she will be doing it, this I'm on the fence with. She'll be doing it with Tyler Perry. I have high expectations for this, for the simple fact that you're bringing together two things that kind of make sense. Like, we know that Sister Act takes place in the church. Tyler Perry, very known for making church stories work and make, and that's his market. That's what he does. So it'll be very interesting to see how this works together. Whoopi Goldberg will be producing and starring, and Tyler Perry will be involved as well. I don't know how he's going to be involved, but I know he will be involved, and that should be very, very, very interesting. I think that would be pretty cool. It would probably even be cool to see like a little mashup between Sister Mary Clarence and Medea, right? That'd be kind of crazy. But those properties, and then they had Turner and Hooch. I mean, I was a fan of the movie with Tom Hanks, but do we need it? Who knows? There was a Lightyear. This sounds dope. So we all know Toy Story, we all know Woody, we know Buzz Lightyear, and we all know that they are toys in that universe. Toys that are made up off of real life movies and things and cartoons. Woody had his own show. Buzz Lightyear was a toy of his thing. So they have casted Chris Evans to play the voice of the actual Buzz Lightyear. So we're going to see a movie about Buzz Lightyear. Like, it's going to be a Buzz Lightyear movie, not a Toy Story. It'll be about the actual Buzz Lightyear. So I'm all in for that. That looks cool. Like, so there's plenty of like Disney properties out there that are beloved, that are already known, that Disney is playing with still to keep their content fresh and keep it relevant. And I'm here for it all, man. So let me know what you guys thought about like those movie revivals. Like, you guys into that? You guys like the reboot, remakes, revivals of certain things? I already know that Saved by the Bell is getting a lot of flack. What else is getting a lot of flack? The Selena series is getting a lot of flack, which I quite enjoyed, actually. I didn't really think. You guys can see my review about that. If you click another video, well, maybe I'll link it at the end. But yeah, you can check that out. But yeah, the revival reboot thing, I know a lot of people, I'm not into the reboots or remakes really, unless they make sense. Some things deserve a fresh take. Peacock has one more chance with me. They got Punky Brewster coming next, so we'll see how they do that. The trailer didn't look too bad, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah, back to the Disney Investors event. The next thing that stuck with me, that I'm a casual fan of this next thing. I'm a casual fan of the Star Wars, whole thing. I'm hip to what's going on. I know who's who. I know the storylines. I know where they go. I'm not into the comics. I dabbled a little bit in the animation, but I'm competent enough to know who's who, what's what, and what's going on. But they gave us like 10 titles, and I believe that's what they said. 10 brand new titles revolving around the Star Wars universe, and wow. That's all I can say. Like, hit after hit after hit. Like, they all make sense. They all sound like they can work. Ahsoka got her own series coming. I believe that they announced a Mace Windu show coming. The Rebels, not the Rebels. I'm sorry. The Republic, the bad ones. I think it was called. I can't remember. There was so many. Please don't quote me, but there were so many that if I was really that kind of a fan, I know I would have been going nuts. So like I tweeted, I was just like, yo, thank God that right after the Star Wars thing, they did something boring. I think they did National Geographic, and I was just like, I was so overwhelmed with all the good news with Star Wars that I was like, thank God they came in when they did, because my brain was literally about to explode with all the Star Wars content that they were giving us. But yeah, shout out to Disney Plus and Disney for all that fresh Star Wars content. You guys let me know, what are you most excited about when it comes to Star Wars and the new series that they announced. And then, you know, what I was waiting for, we're going to talk about. Marvel stepped to the plate, and let me just tell you, they didn't disappoint. No, we didn't get any Spider-Man news. We got a little bit of Spider-Man news, but nothing about a multiverse, nothing about Tobey Maguire, nothing about Andrew Garfield, and I'm okay with that, because you know what? That's so far off into the future that I'm worried about what we missed in 2020. That's what's got me foaming at the mouth. Like we just missed a whole year of Marvel content, and everybody's worried about Spider-Man, which is not supposed to happen until damn near 2022, end of 2021, December. So, dude, let's just talk about. We already know what's coming. We know WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki. What else was supposed to come? We already know about these things. We know about those shows that are coming to Disney Plus, but how about the new announcements? Like, dude, Armor Wars, Rhodey's show, Armor Wars. Like, I don't know how they're gonna make that work without Tony Stark, because that's literally an Iron Man storyline. But they're gonna do it with Rhodey, which is phenomenal. It's dope. It can work. I can't wait to see it. Then we got Secret Invasion, Nick Fury show. Like, come on, man. That's brilliant. Like, everybody knows Secret Invasion is a Captain Marvel storyline, with the Skrulls and everything. But how dope is that to make it work with Nick Fury? And then they could play with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. if they want to. They can bring in Daisy if they want to. They can bring in Sword if they want to. They can revive S.H.I.E.L.D. if they want to. Like, dude, I love the grounded stories. The grounded stories are where it's at. Like, I'm all about that. Oh yeah, don't forget about the Hawkeye show. That's one of the ones that we already know about. And there's tons of content out there with that, with the pictures and everything. But the new shows, dude, Secret Invasion, Armor Wars. Oh man, what else did we miss? What else? Ironheart. Riri Williams has been casted by Dominique Thorne. I don't know Dominique Thorne, but shout out to you, Queen. Like, I'm ecstatic, because Riri is like one of my favorite characters. Like, I love how they passed the torch from Iron Man to her. I hope that they bring Tony back for the AI holographic Tony. Like, dude, even if it's for a couple of episodes, please do this. Please do this. He can be the new Jarvis to her. What else did we get? Oh man, well, She-Hulk, we know it's coming. We know Mark Ruffalo is involved with that. Just so many shows. I can't even contain myself. I gotta look at my list. I have a list of all the shows. So we got the Armor Wars. They got the Baby Groot show coming. I think it's gonna be an animated show. Then they got Moon Knight. We know it's coming. What else? We got Thor coming, and then we finally figured out who Christian Bale's gonna be. He's gonna be Gore the God. Gore, who the villain. Gore, and we didn't know for the longest. Everybody thought he was going to be Norman Osborn. We thought that he was going to be maybe the benefactor or something of that. But we finally got confirmation. And Marvel think they're slick with that, because you know what they're doing, right? So this character that Bale is playing, he's not normally they dig deep into the source material and they pull out classic storylines and things from the past. But with Thor, they use a character that's in the newest run. Like, this is book number 2 of the newest run that's current right now, and they're giving you a character from that. So what's that going to do? Of course, it's going to jack sales of new books up, because people are gonna, collectors and people who just want to know more about this character, they're gonna go digging it up. And it was already going for a significant price before this announcement even came out, almost as if people knew that's who was coming next. So I don't know. I don't know if people care enough about Gore. Like, I don't read the new run Thor. I'm more of a classic storyline guy. I rarely read newer comic storylines. Only a handful of storylines that are newer that I read. But when it comes to like the original 6 Avengers and those heroes, I'm more like the classic storylines. But yeah, I thought that was dope. Captain Marvel 2, that's coming. That's on its way. And the cool thing that they said about the new stuff, when they mentioned the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, they said specifically, and they've said this multiple times with WandaVision, it's linked. A link to WandaVision, and then it's going to link to Spider-Man. So for those of you who are upset that they didn't get any Spider-Man news, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but that right there is your confirmation. Like, the multiverse will appear in some sort of fashion at the... I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a post-credit scene, or it's going to be like a little minimal scene that's not going to make sense to Peter at first, and Strange is going to come in and swoop in and explain to him, and it's going to go into his movie. My theory is that it's going to be like a post-credit scene. And why I think that, and why all these announcements of these people, showing up on set, think of it like this, right? You got 3 people who play the same character. They use the same effects. They might use the same effects team. So why have them show up during a different filming schedule on a different set when you can get them all in the same set at the same time, doing the same effects, using the same team, and get it out the way? So, of course, have all the Spider-Men show up on the set of Spider-Man to film Spider-Man things. That's just my theory and why I think it's going down. But I do not think that it's going to be a multiverse crazy thing in the middle of this movie. This movie is going to have its own separate storyline. Marvel is not going to dig that out for you and just tell you that. It's going to be what it is. So I was excited about that. All the Marvel news had me, I couldn't even get it out fast enough. I just had to let it sit. I had to think about it and say, yes, this is what it is. But I really want to know what you guys think. I think the highlight of the announcements, which was probably the biggest to a lot of people, and it was cool, was the announcement that they will not be recasting T'Challa in Black Panther, or Chadwick Boseman, I should say. They weren't going to recast Chadwick Boseman. And I also have a theory about that. I think that all the things that are going to start happening are going to play a lot with bending reality, bending the multiverse, starting with WandaVision, into Doctor Strange, and it's going to really fuck things up. And we're going to get a new reality Black Panther. That's what I think. I think that's the best way they're going to play it, as though this has always been the Black Panther. I think they'll probably have her show up in the mask, in the suit. Someone's going to be like, where's T'Challa? And she's going to be like, who? And, you know what I mean? Or, I don't know. Just hear me out. Like, I just think that we're going to get a bending of reality. Oh, the Loki show. How can I forget about the Loki show? That's going to play a part as well. He looks like he's causing all kinds of mischief in that trailer, where, reality is being bent and twisted and messed up. The time variant team is after him, and I think all of that, WandaVision, Loki, and Doctor Strange, are going to play a big part in the new Marvel Cinematic Universe that we get, and that's how they're going to be able to explain the switch of the Black Panther without any problems, and I think that's how it's going to work, and I'm excited for it all. You've seen the new trailers. We got the WandaVision trailer, we got the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, we got the Loki trailer, exactly what we wanted, exactly what we were waiting for. We got release dates on everything. We got January is WandaVision, we got March is Falcon and Winter Soldier. I believe Loki's July, I believe. I think it's July. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to check it out again. I'll come back and tell you guys all about that. We'll talk about it all the time, I'm sure. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my wrap up about the Disney Investors event. The things that stood out to me that I'm excited about. I can't wait to get started with this Marvel frenzy in 2021 and beyond. 2020 has just been a bullshit year. We worked with what we had while we had it, and I'm ready to move on and start getting some real content. So you guys, let me know what you thought. How did you feel? What was, your biggest highlight of the thing? If you did see it, if you didn't see the Marvel one, I dropped it on my channel. You guys could check it out. It says Marvel's reveals panel Investors Day, Disney Investors Day. It's on my channel. You guys can check it out. Leave a comment there, or you could come back to this video, leave a comment, whatever. Like, share, comment. But most importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe. And for more entertainment news, trailers, and my podcast with critics, make sure you guys check out wearekritix.com. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.